16th window. The order and ordering in the creation and disposal of creatures, which are renewed season by season on the earth, show clearly a universal wisdom. Since an attribute cannot be without the one it qualifies, this universal wisdom necessarily shows an all-wise one. The wonderful adornment within the veil of wisdom self-evidently shows a perfect beneficence, and that perfect beneficence necessarily points to a gracious, all-generous Creator. The all-encompassing benevolence and bestowal within the veil of beneficence shows self-evidently an all-embracing mercy, and that all-embracing mercy shows necessarily an all-merciful and all-compassionate one. The sustenance and foods of all living creatures above the veil of mercy, all perfectly appropriate for their needs, show clearly a sustaining providence and a compassionate dominicality, and that sustaining and administering necessarily point to an all-generous provider. Yes, all the creatures on the face of the earth thus raised with perfect wisdom, adorned with perfect beneficence, bestowed upon with perfect mercy, and nurtured with perfect compassion, testify to the necessary existence of an all-wise, munificent, compassionate, providing Maker, and points to his unity. Look at and consider also the universal wisdom which is apparent on the face of the earth as a whole, and is to be seen in its totality, and shows clearly purpose and will, and the perfect beneficence embracing all creatures, which comprises the wisdom, and the all-encompassing mercy, which comprises the beneficence and wisdom and includes all the beings of the earth, and the most generous sustaining and nurturing, which comprises the mercy and wisdom and beneficence and embraces all living creatures. Just as the seven colors form light, and the light which illuminates the face of the earth undoubtedly shows the sun, so too that beneficence within wisdom, and mercy within beneficence, and sustaining and nurturing within mercy show brilliantly on a large scale and at a high degree the unity and perfect dominicality of an utterly wise, generous, compassionate, providing necessarily existent one. Oh, you stupefied and heedless denier, with what can you explain this wise, generous, compassionate, providential sustaining, this strange, wonderful, miraculous state of affairs which is before your eyes, with chance and coincidence which are aimless like you, with force which is blind like your heart, with nature which is deaf like your head, with causes which are impotent, lifeless, and ignorant like you? Or do you want to give the name of nature, which is utterly impotent, ignorant, deaf, blind, contingent, and wretched, to the all-glorious one, who is utterly holy, pure, exalted, and free of all defect, and absolutely powerful, knowing, hearing, and seeing, and thus perpetrate an infinite error? So with what force can you extinguish this truth, brilliant as the sun? Under which veil of heedlessness can you conceal it?